what you're about to witness is one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television. And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes.
And
Afterwards, that is, directly following, I want to talk to you about something even bigger, namely... You know what security guards are like. Shoot, shoot, shoot first, and still argue about whether you can come in. You see, I'm not one to beat about the large black boots, but...
Sit back.
Relax. And enjoy.
So, you want to be a national convention delegate, but you don't know how? Stay tuned and I'll show you. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Unconventional on LPTV. I am Caryn Ann Harlos, the current and immediately past National Secretary for the Libertarian National Committee. And internal party education of members has always been my passion, be it party history or helping members be more engaged and involved. So I am so pleased to be starting this tutorial series designed for new members to teach them the ins and outs of becoming a national convention delegate, or to help refresh more seasoned members who might need more clarity or maybe learn a point or two. So let's get started being unconventional. Dyeing your hair pink isn't required, but it would be cool if you did. If you are watching this video during the live premiere, I am available in the live chat, whatever side that's on, in order to answer your questions. Otherwise, there will be live Q&A episodes during the run of this series so that you can get your specific questions answered, or you can always email me at, it's down here somewhere, secretary@lp.org. These episodes will air every other Tuesday at 7 Mountain Time, which is 9 Eastern. I'm so bad with the sphericity of the Earth. I'd make such a great flat earther. Unfortunately, the world is a ball Earth. Don't come for me. In this, the first episode of the series, we're going to cover these basics: party structure, what is membership, what are bylaws / constitution / rules, what is a delegate, what happens at conventions briefly, and what is parliamentary procedure. I'm starting with these basics because I know a lot of people are like how I was. Even though I was an adult, I had never been politically involved before. In fact, I rarely even voted. And I found myself completely lost. And honestly, I felt stupid that I didn't already know these things. If that is you, rest assured you are not alone, and you are most definitely not stupid. First, party structure. The Libertarian Party is organized in a way similar to the United States, or at least how the United States was supposed to be. Key phrase, supposed to be. There is a very limited national structure, which is the National Libertarian Party, which has the responsibility for putting on a national convention, assisting the national ticket, and other things that require a national scope, but the majority of the authority and structure is vested in individual state parties, which are nearly fully autonomous, except that they have all ratified the Statement of Principles so that there's a shared common ideology. All of the state parties are affiliates of the National Party in a loose confederation, which entitles them to use both the branding and the name of Libertarian Party. Within state parties, there are also sub-affiliates at lower levels, such as regional or county parties. So this is the structures: national party, state parties, local or regional parties. Now, what is membership? This was a totally foreign concept to me. I grew up in Florida, which is a state that has partisan voter registration, meaning you could register as Republican, Democrat, boo hiss, or Libertarian, yay. And I moved to Colorado, which is another state that has partisan voter registration. So it was very easy for me to assume that all states operate this way. That's human nature, right? We assume that the things we're used to is how it is everywhere. But in fact, only 31 states plus DC have partisan registration. And in the other states, there's no party preference with regard to voter registration. And in North Dakota, they don't even have statewide voter registration at all. I just learned that, and I thought that was pretty cool. That's a Jeopardy question for you. If anyone calls a friend, or Jeopardy, or Who Wants to Be a whatever, one of those game shows, one day you will thank me, give me a cut of the money. So, is Libertarian Party membership the same as partisan voter registration as a Libertarian in those states that allow it? Well, maybe. Things are complicated. First, the differing levels of the party have different membership requirements. You can be a member of one of those levels and not the others. For instance, you can be a member of your state party and not a member of the national party. That is, in fact, the most common arrangement. There are far more combined state members than there are national members by a huge, bigly, that's a technical term, factor. In fact, in Colorado alone, there are more state party members than there are national party members. This is mostly correct. I'll clarify in a moment. And this is because the Libertarian Party of Colorado only requires Libertarian partisan voter registration for its membership. And we have over 40,000 registered Libertarians. But most of them honestly probably have no idea that they are members of a state political party. And the vast majority of them will never darken the door of a state convention. Other states, in fact, the majority, require dues or a combination of dues and partisan voter registration. In a future episode, I'll let you know how you can find out the membership requirements for your state party. And the same is true for county parties. Now, national party membership can be either basic, which is free, or paid, otherwise known as dues paying. The number of free national party memberships isn't exactly known because we've been around for 50 years and all that the free membership requires is signing the non-aggression pledge, the National Party Membership Pledge, which is, I hereby certify that I do not believe in or advocate the initiation of force as a means of achieving political or social goals. Amen. For purposes of our discussions, though, we will focus on paid national party memberships, which require either a yearly dues payment of $25 along with signing the pledge, or a one-time payment or a payment spread out over the course of a year of $1,500 and also the signing of the pledge. And that would make you a lifetime member. In order to be a national convention delegate, at a minimum, you need to be a dues-paying member, either that yearly $25 a year or life member of the national party or a member of your state affiliate. And your state affiliate can impose additional requirements. And we will, again, as I said before, discuss this in more detail in the future. What are bylaws, constitution, rules? The bylaws, constitution, and rules are, in short, the contract between the party, no matter which level, and its members. Each level has its own governing documents, such as these. We'll get into these in much more depth in future episodes, but these do contain the specific rules for becoming a delegate in your state. The national bylaws also contain relevant requirements for delegates and the type of business that is conducted at convention. So, what is a delegate? Now, as I first understood this, I realized that the word delegate is spelled the same, but pronounced differently than the word delegate. The emphasis is on a different syllable. And we all understand, I think, the word delegate. It means to ask someone to do something on your behalf or with your authority. And the dictionary definition of delegate is a person sent or authorized to represent others, in particular, an elected representative sent to a conference. So a delegate for our context is a person sent by a state affiliate to the National Convention to represent that state affiliate in the decisions that are made. So what happens at conventions briefly? While the ultimate topic of these videos is the National Convention, we will also be talking about state conventions and even local conventions, as the delegate selection process happens at those levels. A political party convention is usually an annual event, sometimes every other year. The National Convention is every other year on even years, at which certain items of business are reserved, such as platform and bylaws changes, elections of officers and other representatives, such as delegates, and maybe certain resolutions. So, what is parliamentary procedure? The business at convention is run according to a certain set of rules, a standard known as parliamentary procedure. For national conventions, these are the rules contained in Robert's Rules of Order, newly revised, 12th edition, the most holy writ. Libertarians love their rules, particularly anarchist libertarians, let me tell you. While that might sound intimidating, there are certain basic concepts which I will help you to understand and hopefully to master in future episodes. Okay, this was a short one because it was just an introduction to prime the pump. If you have anything that you want me to be sure to cover in a future episode, please write me again at secretary@lp.org. Again, I am Caryn Ann Harlos. I am the current LNC secretary, and I am thrilled to be spending this time with you. I hope you have an awesome day or night, whatever it might be in your little slice of the ball earth, and live free. Mi guapas de libertad.